Hi, CistReactZ. How you doing? Did you know that 70% of you guys are not subscribed? Also, did you know that I am living in those 70%'s walls right now? And if you want me to stop, you'll hit that subscribe button? What is up, you awesome kisters? It is CistReactZ, guys. Today we are reacting to I Solved the Story of FNAF by FuhNaff. So make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to FNAF, and comment down below. You know, this is a very bold video title. I can only imagine what happened to the world when they seen I Solved the Story of FNAF in their notifications. Let's just check this out without further ado. I gotta see how he solved this.
We were wrong about some big parts of the FNAF story, and in this video, I'm gonna prove it to you. But in order to do that, we need to solve one of the biggest mysteries in Five Nights at Freddy's.
The box!
Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was one of the most divisive games in the franchise. Mostly because no one could figure out what the story was really supposed to be, and it left too many questions on the table. Scott even acknowledged at one point that no one had figured out the true story of the game. That was until MatPat came along. In December of 2015, MatPat uploaded his infamous Dream Theory
What we missed.
And although it came with a bunch of backlash, I think the community has collectively agreed that the Dream Theory is what Scott intended to do with FNAF 4. But one thing that's remained a mystery to this day is the box. When you beat the game, this box appears on screen with the words, perhaps some things are best left forgotten for now. This quickly became one of FNAF's biggest questions. What's in the box? In October of 2015...
I think it's cruel that Scott programmed people able to touch the locks on the box. I think that happened, if I'm correct, if my memories aren't jumbled up. Like, you're able to touch the locks, but never able to open the box. Like, come on, man.
During MatPat's FNAF livestream,
when will it open?
Other FNAF YouTubers.
Holy hell, man. Go back.
In October of 2015.
Yo, what a blast to the past. 2015? Dang, I think that was like the first year I started. Boy, there it. Yo. Smike? Yo, I have not seen that face in like years. Holy. Look at Dawko, he looks young. Look at both the Ryans. At the time, they were both 8-bit gaming. We got Raz over there. Yo. Bro, what a blast.
During MatPat's FNAF
now look at Matt. He looks young. Looks like he's in his early 20s.
Scott started leaving hints on scottgames.com. In retrospect, these hints were obviously pointing towards Dream Theory. What's seen in shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child, but most importantly, in the FNAF 4 minigame, why would Toy Chica be missing her beak? This was Scott trying to say that the reason Toy Chica is missing her beak in FNAF 2 is because the crying child saw a literal Toy Chica missing her beak. All of the FNAF games were reflections of the crying child and the plushies, toys, and shadows he saw in his life. Foxy even
wait. Huh?
turns into a plushie when you shut the closet door on him. So the way that Scott was hinting at Dream Theory was pointing out the literal toys and plushies that are reflected in the games. We've been so busy trying to figure out what's inside the box that we haven't thought of what the box actually is. So what's the box? It's a toy box, filled with the toys and plushies that led to him having the nightmares we experienced.
That would be crazy.
If you Google trunk for toys right now, you'll find that there's plenty of examples of this exact box being a toy box. But as we see in FNAF 4, the box is locked. That's because the crying child is dead, and the memories and toys that started all of this are now locked away, destined to be forgotten, at least for now. Need more proof? In Security Breach Fury's Rage, the final boss is this thing. A giant slug with keyholes and a bunch of toys floating around in its head along with the box itself. And what is this monster called? The Dreamgeist. But that's what the box was supposed to be. Scott has since said that what's in the box has changed. So what is it now? The culmination of the news story was when Henry Emily burned everything to the ground in Pizzeria Simulator. And I think MatPat was right when he said the box is the literal location that Henry trapped them in. But there never really was any more evidence for that other than comparing what the box looked like to the map. But there never
What?
And I think MatPat was right when he said the box is the literal location that Henry trapped them in. But there never really was any more evidence for that other than comparing what the box looked like to the map, until today. One of the things that's always bothered me is why Scott chose to call Henry's plan Paragraph 4. This seemed extremely random and a detail that didn't really need to be in the game. On August 24th, 2015, Scott released a Steam post talking about the Halloween update to FNAF 4 and the box. This was the post where he said that no one has figured out FNAF 4 and that the box would never never be opened. But when in this post does Scott start talking about the box? Paragraph 4. You could say that that sentence is the 4th paragraph, or you could combine that sentence with the next paragraph. No matter how you spin it, I believe this is what Scott was pointing to when he decided to call Henry's plan paragraph 4. MatPat just finished his FNAF timeline series, and it's great. Go watch it. But the one part of the timeline I don't really agree with is...
Yo, this theory is like already making my brain kind of just question everything from the ground up. Like I'm sorry, my face is just sitting here, but like, that's all you can see, but my mind is like spinning right now.
Michael Afton going pizzeria by pizzeria, burning them down and making up for his father's mistakes. The way I understand Michael's story is that he was a bully towards his younger brother, but once he took things too far and got his brother killed, it changed him. In his brother's final moments, we hear him apologize, with William saying, "I will put you back together." William then builds his secret bunker, where he literally tries putting his family back together, but he needs one thing to be able to do that. Remnant. After Michael learns that his dad could bring his brother back, he starts going pizzeria to pizzeria not to burn them down, but to help collect all of the haunted endoskeletons that could be used to make Remnant. The reason Michael gets fired for tampering with the animatronics and odor is because he was literally dismantling the animatronics that had corpses in them, and that phone guy repeatedly emphasizes are smelly. But while this father and son duo were busy murdering and dismantling animatronics, one other person came into the picture.
We don't have a replacement for your ship yet, but we're working on it. We're gonna try to
Jeremy, right?
I think the name of the place was
Oops.
Fred Bear's Family
Never mind.
Diner or something like that. It's closed for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down.
After William Afton strikes at the FNAF 2 location in 1987, he says that they're trying to find a replacement for the current security guard and that they're going to try reaching out to Henry. This was the moment that Henry became aware of what's going on and actively tried stopping it. Phone Guy refers to Henry as the original owner.
We're gonna try to
the OG.
contact the original restaurant owner.
I think after what happened at his restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, he lost the company. It was his animatronic that bit the crying child, and it was outside of his pizzeria that his daughter was killed. This is why he had to make the mediocre melodies in FNAF 6. He no longer has the rights to the original Freddy gang because of what happened at Fredbear's Family Diner. But even after losing the company, he wanted to make sure that what happened to his kid didn't happen to anyone else. In order to do that, he started working as the nighttime security guard, having to use a fake name because of what happened in his past. He then worked at the FNAF 2 location months after it was shut down. We know this because Phone Guy says,
"Hello and welcome to your new summer job."
But our paychecks...
I'm sorry, like...
We know this because Phone Guy says...
Hello?
I'm listening, but like, what the hell are these background pictures? It's really making me feel like I'm back in like 2015 and people are making up their theory titles.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job.
But our paychecks say it's November.
Theory
What we see in
titles and-
FNAF 2 is the result of them contacting Henry. Henry starts his work at the FNAF 2 location, but is still getting attacked by the animatronics because William tampered with their facial recognition systems.
Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems.
Henry works his 6 days out of the week and takes the 7th to rest. But the minute he decided to rest, Michael came in and took all of the endos from the toy animatronics. His first day on the job. Henry failed, but he wasn't about to give up. The new CEO of Fazbear Entertainment reassures everyone that they'll be back, even if they have to shrink their budget and reuse the old animatronics to do so. It was between Fredbear's Family Diner closing and the 1987 location opening that the new CEO came into play. In FNAF 1, we see the new CEO follow through on their plan. They can't reuse the toy animatronics because their endos were taken by Michael, so they're forced to reuse and fix up the old withered animatronics. These animatronics were already possessed by the kids who were killed in the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza before the FNAF 2 location opened.
By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location, but they were just so ugly, you know, and the smell.
The
Ouch.
FNAF 1 location in 1993 didn't close because there were more murders. It closed because of Fazbear Entertainment's bad reputation. No one wanted to go to the new pizzeria because of what happened in their past. So the 1993 location shut down. But Michael once again went back to guard the abandoned pizzeria. And on the final night, his father dismantled the animatronics. But as we see in the FNAF 3 minigames, the spirits of the dead kids fought back.
Yeah, they got their get back.
Successfully killed William Afton by getting him spring-locked in the suit he used to kill them. This had to have happened now because William Afton used that suit to kill the kids in 1987 that now possess the toy animatronics.
We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. someone used it.
If no kids were really
Like how-
murdered in the 1993
like how confused
location,
phone
and
guy
the pizzeria
sounds.
really did shut down just because people didn't want to go, then these animatronics would have no reason to be haunted. That's why I think these animatronics have to be the reused versions of the haunted withered animatronics, and William Afton dismantling them has to be after the events of FNAF 1 because we see them perfectly fine in-game. But with William Afton gone, there was still Michael left. So Michael had to take the endos from the dismantled animatronics, leading him to get fired once again for odor and tampering with the animatronics. The father-son duo both knew what the plan was, so Michael took all of the endos him and his father collected and did what he was told to do.
Just like you asked me to.
He went down to the sister location bunker and started putting the family back together. After Fazbear Entertainment collapsed, Henry got word that someone was trying to open a horror attraction based on the rumors surrounding his old company. He wasn't going to take any chances this time, so he decided to start working there as a security guard so he could keep an eye on things. The Afton duo, already taking all of the endos of the past animatronics, lines up because in FNAF 3 we only see the shells of the animatronics scattered throughout the building. Henry starts his first night on the job and everything's going great until night 2. Phone Dude mentions that while looking for animatronics, they found a quote real one in a previously boarded up safe room.
Now he kind of opened my mind with that little part of the theory. Like we never see a single endoskeleton in FNAF 3 because yeah, they were all needed for the remnant part. Dang. I never actually thought about that. Yeah, there's like not one endoskeleton in this game. That's actually crazy to think about. I've never like put that into like a thought to chain the timeline or an attempt to link the timeline of events together. So confusing that I start stuttering.
You're not gonna believe this. We found one.
A real one.
William Afton was officially back and would do anything to stop Henry from destroying his plan. Henry had no idea what to do this time until he got an idea from Phone Dude.
So we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the fire.
Bro smiled deviously after he said fire.
What if he burned the whole place to the ground, with all of the previous Fazbear relics and his ex-business partner inside? The player in FNAF 3 is hallucinating being attacked by burned versions of the past animatronics. But these animatronics couldn't have already been burned because we see the animatronic shells perfectly fine scattered throughout the building. So the player in FNAF 3 can't be hallucinating something that already happened. They have to be hallucinating something that's going to happen. We aren't playing as Michael in FNAF 3 hallucinating all...
Sorry, just one more time.
So the player in FNAF 3 can't be hallucinating something that already happened. They have to be hallucinating something that's going to happen. We aren't playing as Michael in FNAF 3 hallucinating all of the past pizzerias being burned to the ground. We're playing as Henry, hallucinating his endgame for how he's gonna stop William Afton once and for all. Henry now needs to
sounds
figure
a
out
little
way to burn
weird,
the place to the ground
but
without being
I'll
at
go
fault.
with it.
But since he's a skilled engineer, he's able to tamper with the wiring so it goes off when he's not there. So he burns the whole place to the ground. But as we see in the newspaper at the end of the game, his plan fails. Pizzeria Simulator has
could you imagine how pissed Henry would have been to try to zoom and enhance in the background and all he sees is William Afton trying to take a selfie with the journalists and the news people?
very shortly after FNAF 3, since the blueprints say Henry 2023, the same year that FNAF 3 takes place. After FNAF 3 failed, he realized he needed to get all of William's victims in one place, including his daughter.
I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
He emphasizes all of them, not just William Afton and some animatronic shells. At this point, the events of Sister Location have already happened. We see the burnt down Fazbear Frights during Michael's speech at the end of Sister Location. Michael says that all he needs to do now is find his father.
I'm going to come find you.
Which is exactly what lands him in the FNAF 6 pizzeria. He went there because he was trying to find his dad. Paragraph 4 was Henry's second attempt at trying to burn everything to the ground. The first time he failed, and it looks like he failed the second time too, but at least he tried. So now that we've established that the story of FNAF
At least he tried is kind of crazy.
is about Henry trying to stop William Afton's plan, these cutscenes in Ultimate Custom Night make a lot more sense.
At least he tried is kind of crazy.
私がそこにいる間、
But the fox is cunning and devious. He is continued.
I think in retrospect, these
escape
were
my
meant to
grasp?
represent the battle between Henry and William. Henry is the bear, William is the fox, and Michael is Mangle. In these cutscenes, the common theme is that the bear keeps coming up with new plans to stop the fox, but none of them work, which is what we see in FNAF 2, FNAF 3, and now Pizzeria Simulator. Like I said, Henry is meant to be Freddy in these cutscenes. This lines up with the Ultimate Guide saying that Henry was known for wearing the Fredbear costume, and you can also see him holding a Freddy blueprint in the character encyclopedia. Now that we've established that Henry is the one known for burning down buildings, not Michael, let me ask you a question. Which character in this franchise is a version of Freddy Fazbear that is a good guy and that has recently burned down an entire mall? Glamrock Freddy.
Oh.
What if Glamrock Freddy
Yeah.
was meant to be Henry, not Michael? I think instead of Glamrock Freddy being a big brother to Gregory, he was the father figure that the crying child always needed but never had. Even if you don't think Gregory's the crying child, Glamrock Freddy's personality more aligns with Henry's than it does Michael's. All he wanted was to stop William, and to make sure that what happened to his kid never happened to any other
It's just that
kids.
"put you
Freddy
back
says in
together"
the final
line
Ultimate
makes me
Custom
think
Night
it's
cutscene,
Michael.
The sun sets and the land returns to darkness. But today it promises a new light, for the fox has fled these lands. For although my failures were many, it seems they can now be measured as a victory. But this is not the end.
Wait, am I tripping, or didn't Glamrock Freddy like actually mention the Afton family line? I'll put you back together when Gregory was injured at the beginning of the game. Or did he say something like "you're broken" or something like that? And actually, I think that line was scrapped. I forgot. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all usually correct my stupid brain.
To the fox. I will find him in whatever land he has fled to. It is my destiny and it is his. Henry is not gonna rest until Afton is stopped. This is a trait that runs in the family.
It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then. So let me save you now.
He couldn't protect his own daughter then,
But I can protect you.
but he can protect Gregory now. The story of Five Nights at Freddy's is about desperation. William and Michael were so
Dang.
desperate to get their families back that they
It
were
is kind of just crazy how you could fit Henry's lines into Glamrock Freddy, but you could also fit not Williams. You can also fit Michael's line in the Glamrock Freddy. You can kind of fit the good guys into him, but you just can never fit Afton into him.
willing to destroy other families in
Or,
the
you know,
process,
William Afton.
And Henry was desperate to stop him.
Can't
In
fit
a
William
recent
Afton into
interview,
it.
J-Top from Steelwool Studios talked about what makes a good villain.
It's always about a person that has done something that has caused a situation and then getting their comeuppance. It's kind of like the heart of it. Like, why is Freddy
Comeuppance.
Krueger popular? Well, it's a revenge story, isn't it? These aren't just like these supernatural forces that came out of nowhere to just hurt people and punish people, right? Like, there were results of other wrongdoing.
A good villain needs to have a good reason why they're bad. William and Michael definitely are the villains of this franchise, but their motivations lie deeper than just killing for fun. They were working together to try and rebuild their family. Their desperation blinded them as they started making everyone else pay for the mistakes they made. And if we learned anything today, it's that if William always comes back, Henry won't be far behind him.
Nah, because the mic drop ending without no outro is kind of insane. Okay, so this one definitely like made me take some events in my mind and put them the word FNAF was saying to make sense of it, you know. It makes you think. It makes you think. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait for Ruin and hope Scott will wrap the story up and chain all the events into pieces that we can actually put together. Yeah, but who the hell knows, man? I don't even know if Ruin's gonna be the ending of Five Nights at Freddy's. Is it? Like, isn't there Faz Goo in the books? The Stitch Wraith? I don't even know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this theory in the comments down below? See y'all later. Peace out. I swear, MatPat and FNAF's theories, they make my brain go on autopilot because, like, my brain power is like thinking about what they say. I can't catch up. I'm too stupid.